And I'm keeping an eye on these batteries.
I didn't think you thought I was going to react that way.
Yeah, if I let you let it out, you probably needed to. Okay, we're going to turn things around.
Oh, yeah, because mine says...
Yeah, we're getting a little low. So, we're going to talk about Trey Songz. Woo!
Trey Songz.
I say woohoo. That's a sarcastic woohoo.
I kind of figured, because normally you say woohoo, you hear more life like woohoo, like some stuff like that, you know.
Okay.
Trey Songz,
At midnight on Tuesday, R&B singer Trey Songz released a new double album to celebrate his 34th birthday. There's a whole lot of music here. I'm gonna skip down. Despite the lengthy combined tracks, there's not much variation in tempo or style, and the chugging beats are compressed in melody or verse. It leaves little room for Songz' vocal histrionics, his trademark swooping singing. You could take him off any record here and replace him with nearly any rapper, and the transition wouldn't be too jarring. So basically what this article goes on to talk about is how R&B artists are trying to be hip-hop artists.
Yeah.
And when it should be the other way around. They should be trendsetters, not trend followers. And so far, it looks like from early things I've read that Trey Songz' double album may not do too good. And I have listened to it, and I agree with the article that it pretty much sounds the same. It's not nothing really stood out to me. And
see, Phoenix, that's the problem that I've been saying. That's the state of problem with R&B today is you're trying to be too hip-hop-ish, trap. R&B is rhythm and blues, and
there can be upbeat R&B.
It can be upbeat, but this rap trap sound that they got, even, I mean, I love Layla Hathaway, but even now she's gone into that sound, and I'm looking for her to release an album, and
she's trying to keep up with the Joneses.
And I'm like, no, stay true to who you are and what your music
remember Layla, in her interview, she did an interview with somebody where she said that, and I think I'm remembering this correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But Layla said she didn't even want to do that album. She was obligated by the record company, and so she put out this album because she had to, not because she wanted to.
I can believe it. I'm about to say, because I know my Layla. That's not her sound. And Layla stayed, even when you go to her concerts, it will sound nothing like that album. She does her own thing at the concert, and she puts her Layla touch on it. So I can believe that. And because I was like, this ain't Layla. I don't know what this is, but that's the problem. But Trey Songz to put out an album and don't want nobody.
This is where Trey Songz went all the way wrong. He thought he was Beyonce.
He thought he was...
Dropped a surprise album. He didn't tell nobody, just like Usher did with the A album.
And that didn't do nothing.
And Trey Songz just dropped a surprise album like he's like Drake or somebody.
You know what? Let me say this, because I think
that somebody like Trey, who hasn't had a hit record since 2010.
And that's what I was about to say.
Since 2010.
I'm about to do something.
Should do as much promotion as humanly possible.
You're not letting me do it. I'm about to do it one time only. This is going to be one time only.
Okay.
I give Beyonce a lot of flack on here because I'm not a Beyonce fan. I'm not. And I think it's okay for Beyonce not to have fans of people that, you know, I don't like that. Not her music anyway. But I will say this.
So you like her movie?
Given her status in music today, Beyonce can put out an album right now and the fans will go and grab it up like it's like someone that threw out $1 million like the Joker did on the first Batman movie with Jack Nicholson. Beyonce can do that.
Right. Beyonce can drop a solo album
right now,
and then
her fans,
the whole world will start talking about Beyonce. It's just like Kim Kardashian, when she shook up the internet. When Beyonce dropped that surprise album, that's all I heard from every news station, every
She's
outlet.
gonna do it. As much as the fans irk my nerves when she do it, and y'all fans do, because y'all are, but.
So do you think that was a mistake for him to do a surprise
album? Hell yeah,
album?
you can't do that. Beyonce can do that. You can't do that. Beyonce can do that.
And I think people have been trying to do that ever since she did it. I don't know anybody who did it successfully yet.
No one else has done it successfully except for Beyonce. Beyonce's the only one. Even with the whole videos, the whole album is a videography. She's the only one who has successfully done it. Now, there's one artist who I know I want to do a whole, put out an album and do a videography of it, and that's Janet Jackson. I believe that would sell. I believe that people will run.
I think if Janet dropped a surprise album, it would
Oh, it would sell. Oh, hell yeah. If Janet Jackson was to drop an album tomorrow with a whole videography with it, oh, it's going to sell. It's going to sell. And you know who else could do it? Honestly, Rihanna. I think Rihanna could drop an album and sell.
And I think Rihanna is going to drop a surprise album.
A surprise album is going to sell. That's the only three people. It's no male singers. Male singers can't. Male singers don't have that type of clout like female singers do.
Except for Drake. Except for Drake.
I know Drake has dropped surprise. We talk about singers.
Okay. I'm just saying that's the only male that I can think of.
Because a lot of people, for some reason, the rap game right now, white, black, I don't care what race you are, you love rap. Listen, I be taking people weddings, and these are, Caucasian weddings. And when I'm driving and I have my music on, they be like, driver, can you play Lil Wayne? Can you play Gucci? I'm like, and it's not just...
Well, I'm not surprised because they are the largest consumer of hip-hop music.
Yes, they are.
It's not us that's keeping hip-hop alive.
It's everyone. But with R&B, I don't know what's going on. And Trey Songz, releasing an album without promo.
If Adele dropped a surprise album, she would sell too.
Who?
Adele.
I don't think it would sell.
I think it would sell because
I think it would do well. I don't think it would be that great.
She only had like 3 albums, and those are still selling. So, I'm not an Adele fan.
There's only one artist I think, as far as the Caucasian that would go, that would drop an album that I think it would sell, and she didn't tell nobody, is Taylor Swift.
That's true.
I don't think Adele, I think she would do well. I don't think she would sell, like not Beyonce and Janet.
But Adele sells not just to white folks, it's black, Latino.
But we need to hear Adele's single, because I got her first album. It's not great.
I don't like Adele, so...
No.
Because I don't...
Her second album is fabulous.
But I don't like all of that sad love song stuff. That's just not my thing. And that's what she does.
Well, what about this album? What is it that you did?
Now, so this is... The last thing we want to talk about with this is... this article is blaming Trey's age for the reason why he's not selling the way he used to do, because they mentioned Neo, age 39, Usher, age 40, and
the problem is
somebody else.
The problem is, and this is coming from a fan.
They're saying can aging R&B artists sell music?
Nope. This is the problem.
Tank did okay.
This is the problem. And I'm going to keep stressing, and I'm going to keep saying what the problem is. You had your core fans when you first came out. You were R&B. Even with Trey Songz, Sex Songs, you were still R&B, and you were slow, you were fast, you had us dancing in the club, but it was R&B.
And even though I'm not a supporter,
artists today,
his major songs I found out, I noticed, was written by R. Kelly. When he broke ways with R. Kelly, that's when he's been flopping ever since.
And that's another problem. Neo, the problem with Neo is he lost his fans because he done switched up so much. He go here, he go there, he go everywhere, and your fans don't know where you're gonna take us. Me, I still buy your albums because there's gonna be some essence of something on there. But your last 2 projects has not been that great, and it's all over the place. And your sound changed. It's like you trying to be more hip hop and more gangster with it, or more this or more that, because you think that's the it thing, because it's the trend now. I don't want to hear trap in my R&B music. Kelly Rowland new song, I like Kelly, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't care for the song. That's not Kelly Rowland to me. I want R&B Kelly Rowland or Dance Kirk, but this mixture of R&B meets trap and hip hop. No, your core R&B fans don't want that. We want straight R&B. We want our 90s sound. We want that type of R&B. Bring it up to date, but not with the mixture of trap. We don't need a rapper on every song. We don't need that. Usher dropping an album. That whole album is nothing but trap and hip hop. I'm like, is there any single on that album that he just released? I didn't like it, and I'm an Usher fan. I think his Hard to Love CD was great. No one bought it. It was R&B. The problem is this new generation isn't even buying music. They're not buying it. And they didn't like Hard to Love because it wasn't that hip-hop trap sound that they like to go with their R&B music. I just bring back real, raw, cutthroat singing R&B. singing, because y'all not even singing no more. Every female singer out right now sounds just alike.
Right.
I can't tell the difference. Y'all got that same dumb sound with that trap music in the background. And this auto-tune please, auto-tune needs to go. Auto-tune needs to go, and that's the problem. You don't hear all these white people, these white artists doing it. You don't hear these rock artists doing it. You don't hear these. They are using real instruments, and that's why their music is selling. Look at country. Country is selling because they're using real instruments. All the auto-tone in your music, it gotta go. Because to me, it tells me what it's telling everyone else when they try to listen to R&B is that you can't sing because you gotta rely on this to sound good. It's not like it used to be back in the day, and I blame T-Pain. I blame T-Pain. God, and that's my rant. I'm done. So Trey Songz, I don't know. I haven't listened to the album because the last two albums Trey Songz put out was disappointing. So I didn't really bother because
I let him go on because he's the R&B guy.
Yeah.
But I think Trey Songz, instead of you hit it on the nail on the head, he ain't singing.
Right.
He's just trying to get a hit.
Yeah.
So he's trying to be trendy. No. And I think people, whenever a person goes back to basics, they always have a comeback.
I'm gonna need you to go back to basics, Trey. I don't wanna leave, but I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna need you to go back to those songs, sure. Listen. Over it.